Okay, so this is a series whereby I try to answer all of your questions that you have submitted to me through email, right? And today's question is actually from Shivam, and this is he's aspiring content creator who want to start writing, but he has a lot of thoughts and remains stuck because he always thinks like there's someone out there who's already doing it, or there are already many people who's writing about this. Why would they want to pay attention to me? And he's interested in writing about finance, investing, and self improvement, but it always seems like a saturated market. As someone who has a perspective by being a writer in all these areas, do you feel that's the case, and how can someone differentiate themselves? So this is a great question, right? And when I first started, it was something that many people told me as well. There's a lot of people doing it. Why do you want to do this? But here's the thing, the internet isn't just a huge marketplace, right? Whereby you are able to find readers who prefers your writing style or prefers the experiences or the stories that you share with them, right? They are more able to relate to you. And so, from an audience perspective, there's an abundance of audience. You don't have to worry so much about whether it is too saturated or what, because what you need to focus on is that you want to write first for your own self to learn, right? A lot of people think that writing is just about giving value to other people, but oftentimes the person who are writing, it is a thought process, right? When you're forced to put your thoughts down onto paper, it means you must really, really understand the concept. And there are a lot of instances whereby I thought I already knew the subject, and then until I try to articulate it in paper and I try my best to make it understandable for other people, that's where I notice weaknesses or loopholes in my thinking, right? And from then on, through further thinking, refinement, and research, then I become better as an investor or become better as a writer, right? And the key thing you want to do when you are doing all this is always to think about the person who is just two stages behind you, right? We all know that the person who's too jaded or too ingrained in the in the finance world, they often struggle to make what they say understandable to most beginners, right? So if you have just starting out and you want to write about finance, investing, or self-improvement, think about yourself 6 months to 1 year ago, and then write that way. Because for audiences at different stages, there'll be different writers who's more suitable for them, right? If you were to take a professor from maybe Columbia Business School, for example, it's very unlikely that they will be able to explain it in a way that's understandable to new investors. But let's say if you are relatively newer, then you're in a better position to explain in a way that's more relatable to these people, because your experiences as someone who just started out as a writer or as an investor is more relevant to them, right? It's more timely. So I guess that helps. And I think the most important thing is don't worry about your writing not being able to be as good as the more seasoned writer. Because for anybody to be good at something, you first have to suck. So just get started, right? So I hope that helps.